Hello and welcome to my channel on human design. I'm in a very thoughtful mood and rather abstract mood today, and I wanted to take you on quite a journey. So if you're ready for this, I'm going to take you on a journey of the matrix and what's going on in the bigger picture. So when we're doing analysis training, we go into the details and then we come back out again and then we go in again to get the perspective. So we don't lose perspective. So we see the overall chart and what's going on. Now think about us. Think about the matrix we're in. We know there are 64 gates in the I Ching, and human design is based on, or one of the foundations of human design are those 64 hexagrams, those 64 gates, those 64 characteristics. And they're broken down into 6 lines each. So 384 lines. But if you think about the gates, the main matrix is 64. Now, can you imagine a matrix that had 88 instead of 64? Or 128? Let's double it. The complexity involved in that is beyond our ability to even comprehend. We just can't comprehend it. The complication of more attributes is something that cannot be reached through the human mind, because we are what we are. You know, we have our 7th gate, the role of the leader. We have the 22nd gate in the emotional system, the grace. We have the 11th gate in the ajna, all these endless ideas. We can relate to all that because we're human and we're in this matrix. Can you take on board that we're in a progressive journey? We're in a moment in time, in a progressive journey that is going to end up with getting rid of some of those 64 gates. And I'm not going to go into them. That's a story for another time. Please don't send me questions but on this, because it's for something else. But just the perspective. In the future, in the distant future, there will be 37, not 64. There will be a culling. There will be a reduction in the matrix, in what we can get access to. It will not be the same as it is now. It is far richer in diversity now than it will be. Now think about yourself and think about your own personal matrix. If you look at your chart, you'll see there are 13 numbers, 13 attributes, characteristics in red, and another 13 in black. That's 26 out of the potential of 64. And most of us will have some of those duplicated. You'll see that in the striped black and red on the gate when you look at the chart. It means you have that gate both in red and in black. And sometimes people have them in multiple numbers. I know someone who had one attribute 5 times. So let's say you've got 4 duplications. So that gives you 22 characteristics. And out in the world, you've got another 42. So there's 42 things out there, part of the matrix, that you don't know about. When you've got a gate in a center looking towards one of those gates you don't have, you have some idea. You meet it again and again. You get familiar with what you're not. For example, if you had the 13th gate, the listener, the role of the listener in the G center, you'll be looking to revelation. You'll be looking to how to speak what it is that you witness and the different ways of revealing and the abstract path and the way that it's told. You'll have some awareness of that. You'll have some connection to that. You find out more and more about those gates you look to as you live your life. But what about the others? What about where you've got completely white channels? What about when you've got completely white centers with all the channels white as well in that area? You know, you have no way of really knowing what that is until you meet it. And you will meet it. You're here to meet it. That's part of what your life is about. So think about what that means. That means that, let's say there's 22 characteristics in you. There's 42 you're going to meet along the way and you'll have some connection with, and then there's a whole lot more that you're going to meet. There's nothing to do with you. Not really. It's there for you to see. It's there for you to know about, but it's not you. So thinking about yourself in this way and thinking about your time, where you are in time, this is a very rich time. And it's better, I think, to really get to know you and then know what is not you. It's very important that we find out what our characteristics are, what our channels are, what we have in us, who we are in the human design aspect, and really hold that, integrate that understanding when you think about yourself. Over time, there is a change that comes, and the change that comes is basically the growing cohesiveness that you feel about who you are in this world with things out there that you have no relationship to. You can have a deeper relationship with yourself. Each one of us is very precious in the fact that we are here at this time, experiencing and finding out what we are here to find out and experience what we're here to experience. We add to the totality of what's going on in the bigger picture by how we live our lives. But never forget, you are you, and there isn't another you out there. And those characteristics that you've got are not, you're not everything. Please understand, you're not everything. That doesn't mean you can't get to a certain state of consciousness where there can be connections to something more. We'll talk about that another time. But right now you can see you're part of a bigger matrix, and some part of that matrix has nothing to do with you. And the more that you find out about yourself and become more stronger in that, more cohesive in that, then you can meet whatever it is that you don't know, but it's you meeting it. It's not you getting lost in it. Part of the whole human design movement is to decondition, is to let go of conditioning. But if you don't know where you end and the other begins, you're going to get lost. You're going to get lost like so many people are lost. So just think about the bigger picture. I find it very comforting myself to think about things in this wide view sometimes, and understand that I'm here at this time and there will be other times. And who knows, in the past, maybe we did have a much more complex matrix. Maybe we did have access to many things that we don't even know about now. I think that's highly possible. We can see the reduction that's coming in the future according to the voices' prophecy. So to be here with what we've got, we may have some of those things in us that are going to go. Make the most of this life. Follow the strategy and authority. Be strong in who you are. Find out more about this. See that you're already living it out, and be happy. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, please like and share and subscribe. And I will be back again very soon with something completely different. Bye-bye for now.